That's 1 minute. Thank you.
Ready?
Oh, how are you doing? Get in, Abby. I'm going to start now. English. Abby, come on. Right, folks, good evening to everybody. Very special welcome to our owners, the players, the sponsors, every individual who is involved in the first edition of the Titans Veterans Fantasy League. All right, we welcome you. We're very excited about the second edition of the Fantasy League. And we're proud to say that it's been brought to you by Unica. So to Unica, thank you very much for your continued support of Titans Veterans Cricket, firstly, the representative sides, and certainly the second edition of the Titans Veterans Fantasy League. Now, before proceedings start, there's a very special presentation that needs to be done. So I'm going to call on my Titans Veterans Exco colleague, Mohammed Chaya. If Mohammed, you could come and join me up here. We just want to make a special presentation before we start proceedings.
Just explain. You're just going to tell them what it is. In loving memory of God who was good.
It looks as if I'm going to be doing this, so Mohammed's got a bit shy. So the reality of this award and presentation is in living memory of Kurt de Toy. And we're very privileged this morning, or this afternoon, and this evening, all three, to have his daughter here. And we'd like you to please come up and accept this token of our appreciation for your dad's involvement, support, and continued love of cricket in Titans.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. Thank you very much. All right, so we all pretty much know what this is all about. We're very privileged this evening to have KG from the Titans Union, who will be conducting the auction. But the second edition of the Fantasy League will consist of 10 sides. The order of proceedings is going to be in order of age groups. So we'll start off with the over 60s, into over 50s, and over 40s. Naturally, there's still a lot of shuffling around, so we will wait a minute or so before we actually start. But really, thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Just a little note, the values will be 100,000 Rand, or units, and that will be up to 1 million. Thereafter, the values will go up by 250,000 per vote. So without further ado, I'm going to invite KG to come and join me up here, and we can get cracking. We are a little bit over time. But quite frankly, I think second time running, I think we should be able to do this quite effectively and run through it quite smoothly. So once again, congratulations on all 10 owners, to all the players and everybody else involved. Thank you very much for your presence tonight, and we wish you all the very best of luck. KG, if you can come and join me, and let's start the show. Welcome, everybody, again.
Right, good evening, everyone. As I said, my name is KG, and I'm happy to be here to do the auction for the second annual Veterans Cricket Tournament that will be taking place. Just to go through the rules once again, as you said, we will start at 100,000, and then we're just going to do in multiples of 100,000 until we get to 1 million. And then when we get to 1 million, now we're going to do multiples of 250,000. And may I just mention that if at any point you feel that you want to go over what the other person has bidded, if maybe we start at 100,000 and you feel that KG is good enough for me to bid 500,000, you can jump right over to 500,000 so that we can keep on going. Unfortunately, I'm too young to play veteran, so you can't bid on me yet. But can I just ask that every table, if you can just put up your team name so that I can see it properly? Is that at the back there? Eh? Mavericks. So it's Mavericks, Vuma, Star 11 Pura. Star Pura. Okay. And then Pretoria Tigers, PSG Legends, 11 Star Lodium, Capital Strikers, MET Avengers, Lodium Veterans, Pretoria Lions, Vuma Legends. I might in the beginning with some of them, especially that one at the back. What's that again? Mavericks. Okay. All right. Are we ready to get the show on the road? We will stop at some point. I think we spoke about maybe a 60 or 70 mark so that we can just check where you are, the balance that you also have, so that you do not bid if you do not have money in your account. If I'm not mistaken, everybody's got 17.5 million to start the bidding with, so you guys are all rich sitting here. Let's get the show on the road. First player, it's going to be Andre Duplessis, starting at 100,000. Anybody going 100,000 for Andre Duplessis? 100,000 for Andre Duplessis. Pretoria Tigers coming in at 100,000 for Duplessis. Anybody willing to go 200,000, 300,000, 200,000 for Andre Duplessis? Anybody 200,000 for Duplessis? Going once, going twice, sold to Pretoria Tigers. Andre Duplessis for 100,000. Derek Petit starting at 100,000. Anybody to go for Derek Petit at 100,000? Starting off the bid at a low 100,000. That is the base price for everyone. Derek Petit at 100,000. Anybody for Derek Petit? Going once, going twice, unsold. Third, we got Irshad Al-Haq starting at 100,000. We've got Lodium Veteran starting at 100,000. Anybody 200,000. Vuma Lodium at 200,000. Anybody willing to go 300,000? 300,000 at Lodium Veterans. Lodium Veterans at 300,000. Anybody looking to challenge that? Anybody coming in? Vuma, just 100,000 more. They go get 300,000. Lodium Veterans going once, going twice, sold to Pretoria Veterans. To Lodium Veterans. Johan van Zyl, starting at 100,000, Johan van Zyl. Anybody for 100,000, Johan van Zyl? 100,000, Johan van Zyl. Anybody? To start off the bid for Johan van Zyl at 100,000, just a cheap 100,000. Valuable player to have in your team, Johan van Zyl, 100,000. Anybody? Going once, going twice, unsold. So Kobus Schreling. Kobus Schreling starting at 100,000. Kobus Schreling going to Pretoria Lions for 100,000. Anybody looking to challenge that? 100,000 for Kobus Schreling. Anybody looking to challenge that? Anybody coming in at 200,000? Anybody coming in at 200,000? Going once, going twice, sold to Pretoria. Mark Tessendorf starting at 100,000. Anybody for Mark? 100,000? Tapura starting at 100,000 for Mark. Anybody to challenge that? Mavericks going at 200,000. Somebody looking to Pretoria Capital Strikers going at 300,000, 400,000. Tapura, that started the vote. Anybody that wants to go? Mavericks, you start looking to go 500,000? 800,000. Mavericks raising the bar here at 800,000. Anybody to challenge that? We're breaking the million mark here. Anybody to challenge that? 800,000 from Mavericks for Mark. Going once, going twice, sold to Mavericks for 800,000, the biggest bid of the night so far. Muzaifa Abubakar Okai starting at 100,000. Anybody? For Malodium? For Malodium going at 100,000. Abubakar 200,000. Anybody going at 300,000? For Malodium going at 300,000 for Abubakar. 300,000 for Abubakar. Anybody that is looking to go for him? 400,000, just a nearly 100,000 to add, and you've got 17.5 million in your pocket. Surely there's money to be spent. Anybody to challenge Abu Bakar for Malodium for 300,000? Going once, going twice, sold to for Malodium for 300,000. Rafiq Beck going at 100,000. Starting off the bid for 100,000 for Rafiq. Anybody for Rafiq for 100,000? Anybody for 100,000 for Rafiq? Going once, going twice, unsold. Rolf van der Merwe, if he's as good as Roelof van der Merwe, that will be a good buy. 100,000 for Rolf van der Merwe.
1 million.
1 million, that is the starting off bid for 1 million. Rolf van der Merwe, clearly a good player if somebody's going to start at 1 million. Anybody going at 1.25? 1.250? Going once, going, oh, Capital Strikers coming at 1.250. Anybody at 1.5? 1.5 raising it. 1.750. You look like you've got money to spend. 1.750, no? 1.5, 1.5, going once, going twice, sold for 1.5. Pura, is it? Pura, yeah. Pura for 1.5. Rudy Beckenstock still also plays in the Titans leagues. He's got a lot of runs to his bet. Rudy Beckenstock starting at 100,000. 100,000 Capital Strikers for Rudy Beckenstock. Rudy Beckenstock, PSG Legends going at 200,000 for Rudy Beckenstock. 300,000 for Capital Strikers. You want to raise it to 500,000? 500,000 PSG Legends. Anybody at 700,000? Anybody at 700,000? 500,000, currently 700,000 to Capital Strikers. Anybody that wants to take it to 900,000? Rudy Beckenstock still got a lot of runs in him. One of the top players going at 900,000 PSG Legends. Anybody going to that million mark? Anybody going to that million mark? PSG Legends currently going at 900,000, just 100,000 more. We get into that million mark. Anybody for that million mark? PSG Legends is running with Rudy Beckenstock. Going once, going twice, sold. Rudy Beckenstock, 900,000 to PSG Legends. Shane Love, gonna bring some love to your team at 100,000. 100,000 from some love in your team. 100,000, anybody starting? Pretoria Tigers, 100,000. Capital Strikers, 200,000. Anybody 300,000? Pretoria Tigers, you started this off. Pretoria Tigers, 300,000. 400,000? 400,000, there's a challenge. Pretoria Tigers, you can't let this go. You started this, 400,000. 500,000 for Pretoria Tigers, 500,000. Anybody that wants to come in, 500,000 currently? Love to your team for 500,000. 500, 600,000 Capital Strikers going at 600,000. Anybody? Pretoria Tigers, 700,000. Not letting that one go. Not letting that one go. Pretoria Strikers currently going at 500,000. 600,000, anyone? Challenge for 600,000? Seems like a good place, 600,000 Capital Strikers. Let's take it up to 800,000. Pretoria Tigers, 800,000. They're raising it up. Pretoria Tigers, 800,000. Anybody in for 1,800,000 is the current base price now for Love. 800,000 for Pretoria Tigers. Anybody to challenge that? Going once, going twice. Sold. Love to Pretoria Tigers for 800,000. Tony De Beer coming in at 100,000. Anybody to start off the bid? 100,000 for Mr. De Beer. Tony going at 100,000. Anybody to start off the bid at 100,000? Anybody at 100,000? Still some teams here that still have got 17.5 million in their pockets. Tony coming in at 100,000. Anybody for 100,000 for Tony? Going once, going twice, unsold. Altas Victor. Altas starting the bid at 100,000. Anybody to start off the base price for Altas at 100,000? Anybody to start it off? 100,000 for Altas base price starting off. Anybody willing to go in there? Pretoria Tigers, Pretoria Lions going in at 100,000 for Altas. Pretoria Lions, 100,000 for Altas. Anybody that wants to go out to 200,000 for Altas? Altas coming in at 100,000 currently. Anybody wanting to raise it to 200,000? Going once, going twice, sold to Pretoria Lions.
Sorry guys, just as an interruption, what we might have to do is, as per the ruling, every team has to have a minimum of 1 over 60 and 2 over 50s. So as this over 60s players have gone through or as we've gone through the list of over 60s, if the teams have not an over 60s player, we are then going to have to go back so that it gives you an opportunity to select an over 60s player. A minimum of 1 over 60, a minimum of 2 over 50s. So I'm going to ask Izan just if she can actually go back to the 60s. Are there any teams currently who do not have an over 60s player in their side? Okay, so that's 1. Is there any other side currently that does not have an over 60s player? No, just the 1. Just to repeat myself, you have to have a minimum, each team has to have a minimum of 1 over 60s player and 2 over 50s. So I'll, just for the sake of clarity, I'll repeat myself. Is there any side currently, as we're going through this list, because if my memory serves me correctly, the name on the board, even though he may look 60, he isn't. All right. So do we have to go back? I'll repeat myself. Is there any team now currently without an over 60s player? Paul is 1. So are you happy then? Would you not have to go back? Are you negotiating, sir, or would you like to take this outside? I'll leave it over to the auctioneer, but as long as we've actually made it clear, and if everybody on the floor is happy with that, then we can actually go ahead. Is there any objection that in this particular instance, that the honourable gentleman then pays a base price of, was it 200? 500. Let's just confirm. Everybody on the floor? 500? 500? Everybody happy that 500 is that? The honourable gentleman then can select your over 60. If you could just give us the information afterwards. Everybody happy? We can carry on? KG, thank you very much.
Right. Next player going up, starting at the base price of 100,000. Ashish starting at 100,000. Anybody for Ashish for 100,000? Ashish starting at 100,000, starting at a cheap 100,000 for Ashish. Anybody? Going once, going twice, unsold. Aziz now coming at 100,000. Anybody for Aziz at 100,000? Anybody to start off the bid at 100,000 for Aziz? Aziz coming at a base price of 100,000. Anybody to start it off? Mavericks at 100,000. Pura coming in at 200,000. Stapura coming at 200,000. Mavericks, do you want to challenge that? You look like you want to challenge that. You still got some money. Mavericks coming at 300,000. Pura, you can't let them take your player. You wanted this player. Get this player. 300,000 for Pura. Mavericks coming on 300,000 currently. Going once, going twice. Pura coming in late at 400,000. Mavericks, you look disappointed, but you've got the money. Mavericks coming in at 500,000. Pura 600,000. They're challenging you. They clearly have got the money that you have. Pura at 600,000, 500,000 currently at Mavericks. Going once, going twice. Sold to Mavericks for 500,000. Christian Klopper coming in at 100,000 to start off the bid. Christian Klopper at 100,000. Anybody to start off the bid of 100,000 at Christian Klopper? 100,000 for Christian Klopper. Just a cheap 100,000. 100,000 there by MET Avengers. MET picking up Christian for 100,000. Anybody that wants to challenge that? 300,000 MET Capital coming in at 400,000. MET, you want to take MET taking back at 500,000, 600,000. 600,000 Pura, 600,000 Pura. MET, not fighting anymore, 600,000 currently at Pura. Anybody that wants to challenge 600,000 for Christian from Pura? Wants to wrestle them from Pura? How much? MET coming in at 600,000. Anybody for 700,000? 700,000 on the block here for Christian. Currently going at 600,000. MET currently have him at 600,000, going once, going twice. Sold to MET for 600,000. Next player in, Christo Vase, starting at 100,000. Anybody that wants to get Christo Vase, the international player or the national player? I've got 3 bids at the same time, so we're going to go 400,000. Anybody that wants to go 400,000 for PSG Legends, 500,000 for Lodium, 600,000 for Pura, 700,000 for Strikers, 800,000 for PSG Legends, a million for Pretoria Tigers. Pura going at 1,250,000, 1.25 for Christopher's national players, somebody that you want to have on your team. PSG Legends going at 1.5 million. This is a big player. You don't want to let him go. Bring your money out of the pocket. 1.75 for Pretoria Lions, 1.75 for Tigers. Tigers taking him for 1.75, 2 million. Anybody? He's worth the money, definitely worth the money. Currently going at 1.75 million. 2 million, anyone? 2 million for Capitals. Capital taking him at 2 million, 2.25, the new price, 2.25 for Tigers. Tigers 2.25, 2.5. Are you shaking your head thinking about it? 2.25 now for Tigers. Going, 2.5 coming in for PSG Legends. 2.75. This is a big one. You don't want to let this one go. 2.5 currently. PSG currently walking away with him for 2.5. 2.75 for Tigers. 2.75 for Tigers. 3 million, anyone? 3 million. 3 million, that's a big one. 2.75 currently for Tigers. 3 million, anyone? Anyone that wants to challenge that 2.75? Anybody that wants to challenge that 2.75? 2.75, going once, going twice, sold to Tigers for 2.75. Next player, Eric Vermeulen, coming at 100,000. Eric, 100,000. Let's not drop the ball here. We just saw someone for 2.75. Surely there's money on the floor here. 100,000 currently for Eric. Anybody that wants to come in at 100,000 for Eric? Eric for 100,000. Anybody that wants to challenge that? Going once, going twice, unsold. Fayaz Ahmed Khan coming in at 100,000. Fayaz Vuma Lodium going at 100,000. Very confidently 100,000. Anybody that wants to take him from Vuma Lodium? Vuma Lodium currently have him at 100,000. Anybody that wants to challenge him? They went up very fast. He must be a good player. Vuma Lodium says he's a good player. Anybody that wants to go 200,000 for Fayaz? Going once, going twice, sold to Vuma Lodium for 100,000. Gideon Joubert coming at 100,000. Gideon, 100,000. Anybody that wants to start off? I've got, let's go 400,000. Anybody that wants to go for 400,000? 125 for Gideon, 1.5 to the PSG, 1.75 to MET, 2 million to PSG, 2.25, anyone, 2.25, or you want to take it to 2.5, you want to take it to 2.5, MET 2.5, MET 2.5, Pretoria Tigers, 2.75, 3 million PSG, this must be a very good player, 3 million, 3.25, anyone, 3.25, Gideon going at 3.25. Anybody else? 3.25. MET taking back for 3.25. 3.5 going to the Tigers. The Tigers wrestling him away for 3.5. Anybody that wants to come in at 3.75. Currently going at 3.5 to the Tigers. The Tigers taking him for 3.5. Gideon going for 3.5 to the Tigers. Going once, going twice. Sold to the Tigers for 3.5. The big spenders, the Tigers. Habib Patel starting off at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Habib for 100,000? 11 star Lodium, welcome to the auction. 11 star, 100,000 for Habib. First bid for 11 star Lodium. Habib going for 100,000. 11 star, anybody that wants to take him away? They look like they are happy with him. You want to make them upset? Put 200,000 on the floor. 100,000 currently for 11 star. 100,000 currently for 11 star. Going once, going twice. Sold to 11 star for 100,000. Mirza coming in at 100,000. Mirza, anybody that wants to start off Mirza at 11 star, 100,000 for Mirza. 11 star Lodium coming at 100,000 for Mirza. Anybody that wants to take him away? They've still got a smile on their face. You want to wipe it away? Just put 200,000 on the floor. 100,000 currently for Mirza. Mirza going for 100,000 to 11 star Lodium. Going once, going twice. Sold to 11 star for 100,000. Ismail Biko. Ismail going at 100,000. Anybody that wants to start off Ismail at 100,000, 100,000 for Ismail? Anybody that is interested to taking Ismail for 100,000? Going once, going twice, unsold. Jonty Swart. It's also an empire, so it can help you. Capital Strikers at 100,000. Jonty to Capital Strikers. Pura 200,000. Anybody for 300,000? Capital, they take your man. You want to take him back? There we go. Capital 300,000. 500,000 Pura. 600,000. 600,000 Pura. You want to go to 800,000? Oh, 800,000 Pura. Say 800,000. Anybody else who go to 900,000? Jonty, if he lives up to the name, is a very good player. Jonty 800,000. Currently Pura have him at 800,000. Anybody that wants to take him from Pure at 800,000? Hey? Million. A million. MET saying they will take him for $1 million. 1.25 by Pura. 1.5. Anybody wants to go to 1.5? Currently going at 1.25 to Pura. Jonty Swart currently going at 1.25 to Pura. Anybody that wants to challenge that? 1.25. Anybody coming up at 1.5 million? Going once, going twice. Sold to Pura for 1.25. Some flavor in your team, Juan Fanta Fenter. Some flavor into your team there. Add some Fanta Orange into your team there. Juan coming in at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Juan for 100,000? Looks like it's going to bring flavor to your team, being the Fanta middle name there. Juan coming at 100,000. Anybody that wants to start at 100,000? No one wants some sweet stuff in the team. Juan. 100,000. PSG say they want the sweet stuff. PSG, anybody that wants to take him away. Capital say they go 200,000. PSG, you can't let them take your man. You can't let them take your man. You started this, finish at 300,000. PSG, 400,000. 400,000. Capital not backing down. 400,000. PSG, he's still your man. 500,000. $500,000 is not so much to pay. $500,000. PSG taking for 500,000. 600,000. Capital. The next bid will go at 800,000. Anybody willing to take him from PSG for 800,000? 600,000. Currently 600,000. MET have him at 600,000. Anybody that wants to take him for 800,000 PSG, you started this off. You want to finish off 600,000, 800,000 PSG. You've got 800,000 in your pocket. 800,000, there it is. MET, $1 million. 900,000, 900,000. MET said 900,000. Pushing you to $1 million. PSG, come on. You still have got the money. You haven't bought so many players so far, PSG. Come on. That 1 million, just 100,000 more. You want to take him? You want to take him for $1 million? PSG are taking him for $1 million. Anybody that wants to take him away from PSG for $1 million? They're currently going at $1 million. Juan Fanta Fenter currently going for $1 million to PSG. Anybody that wants to take him away? Going once, going twice. Sold to PSG for $1 million. Mohamed Moin Mirza. Mohamed. Currently going at 100,000, starting off the bid at 100,000. 11-star Lodium, 100,000. They're getting all the guys for 100,000. 11-star Lodium, somebody must take him away. 11-star Lodium currently getting Mohammed at 100,000. 100,000 for, oh, Capital coming in. 200,000. Capital coming in at 200,000. No more cheap buys. 300,000 for 11-star Lodium. They want their man, Capital. You want to take him away. 300,000 currently for 11-star Lodium. Capital 400,000. Capital $500,000 for 11-star Lodium. $500,000 500,000. 11-star Lodium taking Mohammed Moin Mirza currently for 500,000. Anybody 600,000 Capital. Anybody for 700,000? 700,000. 700,000. 800,000 for Capital. $1 million. 1.250. Clearly a good player. 1.250 currently going to 11-star Lodium. Anybody wanting to go at 1.5 million? He's a good player. They're gonna bid 1.25. They've been buying players for 100,000. If they're gonna go 1.25, he must be a good player. Anybody that wants to take him for 1.5 million. Currently going for 1.25 million to 11-star Lodium. 1.5 million Capital Strikers. They can't take your man. You've bought 1.2 million. 2 million for his 11-star Lodium. Anybody for 2.25 million? 2.25 million. Clearly a good player if he goes to 2 million. 2 million currently for 11-star Lodium. 11-star Lodium walking away with the prize Mohammed Moin Mirza for 2 million. Going once, going twice, sold to 11-star Lodium for 2 million. Mohamed Taladia, 100,000. Mohamed Taladia, 100,000. Anybody wants to start off the bid? Mavericks starting off 100,000. Welcome back, Mavericks. 100,000 currently. Mavericks taking Mohamed for 100,000. Anybody that wants to go in at 200,000? Just 100,000 more. 100,000. Capitals going at 200,000. 200,000 Capitals. Mavericks, they can't take your man so easily. 300,000. The Mavericks coming back. 300,000 Capitals. 400,000 Capitals. 500,000. clearly a good player. Maverick, 600,000. We're going to go next one at 800,000. 800,000 Mavericks. A million capital, a million. You look like you've got money. There we go. You've got a million currently going at capital. 1.25. 1.25. Anybody coming in at 1.25? Currently going for a million for capital. Capital currently getting Mohammed Taladia for a million. Anybody that wants to challenge that? Going once, going twice. Sold to Mohammed. Oh, 1.25. 1.25, Merrick is taking him back for 1.25. Capital, 1.5 million, just 250,000 more, 250,000 more. Capital, thinking about it, going up, no, shake of a head. Anybody that wants to come in for 1.5? Mavericks currently going on 1.25. Mavericks going 1.25, going once, going twice. Sold to Mavericks for 1.25 million. Morne Silas going at 100,000. Anybody that wants to start off, Morne Silas at 100,000. Morne Silas 100,000. Just allows the 100,000. There's been players bought all Lodium veterans coming in at 100,000. Anybody that wants to go 200,000 to take him away from Lodium veterans. Lodium veterans currently have Morne Silas at 100,000. We've got money. There's still a lot of money on the table here. Morne Silas currently going 100,000 to Lodium veterans, going once, going twice, sold to Lodium veterans for 100,000. Mohammed Chaya starting at 100,000. Is he going to buy himself? Someone's going to buy him. Capital's at 100,000. Capital's at 100,000. We're going to buy him back 200,000 Lodium veterans. 200,000. Somebody that wants to take him from his original team. Let's see. Look like Vuma Lodium are putting it up. Are they going up? Currently Pretoria, Lodium veterans going at 200,000. Anybody that wants to put 100,000 more to take him away from his team. 200,000 currently. Mohammed Chaya going once, going twice. Sold to his own team. Nadim Bat starting at 100,000. You're going to buy yourself Nadim Bat. You're going to buy yourself Vuma Lodium coming at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take him away from the team. Good player, can chip a lot of players also. Vuma Lodium. Currently I've got Nadim Bat at 100,000. Anybody Nadim Bat for 200,000? 200,000 for capital. 200,000 for capital. Wanted Vuma Lodium at 300,000. Capital. Have you got 500,000 for you? Very good player, can distract a lot of players. 500,000 capital strikers. Vuma Lodium, 700,000 for Vuma Lodium. Capital, 1 million. Capital taking for 1 million. Vuma Lodium, 1.25 million. Vuma Lodium currently going at 1.25 million. You want to take away Nadim Bat? Vuma Lodium currently going at 1.25. Capital at 1.5 million. 1.75. Vuma Lodium have permanently. You want to buy him for 17.5? No, we can't go there yet. 1.75 currently for capital. Vuma 1.75. Capital 2 million. Do you have 2 million? 2 million. Capital will take him for 2 million. Vuma Lodium at 2.25. How much? You want to take it up to 3 million? 2.25 currently. 2.25 currently. You can't let them take your player. 2.5 capital. Big spenders, 2.5. Tigers, where are you? Big spenders also, 2.5. Going once, going twice. Sold to Vuma Lodium for 2.25 million. Nico Nivenhain starting at 100,000. Anybody for Nico at 100,000? Nico starting at 100,000. Anybody to tag Nico for 100,000? After we had a big bid of 2.25 million. Anybody for Nico for 100,000? Starting off at a base price, going once, going twice, and sold. Neil Kutsia, also got a good player starting at 100,000. Anybody for Neil Kutsia 100,000? Neil Kutsia currently going at 100,000. Anybody to start off the bid for Neil Kutsia 100,000? Going once, going twice, and sold. Paul Lobsha, 100,000. Paul going for 100,000. Anybody wants to start off the bid at 100,000 for Paul? Paul currently 100,000. Anybody wants to start it off? Just a base price of 100,000. Anybody to start it off? Going once, going twice, and sold. Phil Lutz, starting at 100,000. Anybody for Phil Lutz at 100,000? Pretoria Lions, 100,000 for Phil Lutz. Anybody that wants to wrestle him away from the Lions? The Lions currently have him for 100,000. 200,000, anyone? Anybody? Capital, you normally challenge everyone. Capital wants to come in at 200,000. Capital? No. Lions currently going for Phil Lutz at 100,000, 100,000 for Phil Lutz, going once, going twice, sold to Lions for 100,000. Peter Kleinhans, starting off at 100,000, Peter. Anybody that wants to start off Peter at 100,000, anybody wants to start off the bid for Peter, 100,000 for Peter, Peter Capital, 100,000, anybody that wants to join into that fund? Currently going at 100,000, Peter Kleinhans going at 100,000 currently. Anybody that wants to take him away from the capital? Going once, going twice, sold to capital for 100,000. Rion Kronya, starting at 100,000. Anybody that wants to start off the bid for Rion Kronya, 100,000, Rion Kronya. Anybody that wants to take him? Rion Kronya starting off at a base price of 100,000. Pura taking Rion Kronya for 100,000. Anybody that wants to challenge him? Capital coming in at 200,000. Pura Capital just took him 300,000 for Pura. Capital. Pura took him back. Capital, you want to take him for 400,000. Rion Kronya just got 400,000 Capital. Pura, you look like you wanted this player just 500,000, 100,000 more. Pura, you want to take him for 500,000. Currently going for 400,000 to the capital. 500,000. Pura say 500,000. Capital, do you have 600,000? 600,000. The next bid should come in at 800,000. We've got 600,000 currently to the capital. Rion Kronya going at 600,000. Anybody to come in at 800,000? Pura, are you giving up on the fight? 800,000. Pura, do you have that money? 600,000 currently to the capital. Going once, going twice, sold to capital for 600,000. Rian Kutzer coming in at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Rian Kutzer at 100,000? 100,000 for Rian Kutzer. Base price of 100,000 starting off for Rian Kutzer. 100,000. Anybody that wants to take him? Going once, going twice, unsold. Amir Riaz coming in at 100,000 for Malodium. 100,000 for Amir Vumalodium. 100,000 for Amir. Anybody that wants to take him away from Vumalodium, they can go all up to 2.25, so you'll never know. 100,000 currently for Vumalodium. Amir is going once, going twice, sold to Vumalodium for 100,000. Abdul Kader, 100,000. Anybody that wants to start off the bid for Abdul Kader, 100,000 for Abdul Kader, cheap buy. Lodium veterans coming at 100,000. Anybody wants to go to 200,000 for Abdul Kader? Abdul Kader currently going at 100,000.
No, I'm not going. Can I just ask you a favor? Can you just give us a breakdown of after the 60s and the 50s? You've got what left?
How many have you done?
Let's finish this one, then we take a break.
Right, yeah, I think that's it. That's what I just asked now. So just prior, how many all right, so then let's take a break now. We can charge our drinks. We come back and we'll get into the over 40.
Okay, let's just finish off Abdul Kader. So he's currently at 100,000 for Lodium veterans. Anybody that wants to challenge Abdul Kader, 100,000 for Lodium veterans. Going once, going twice, sold to Lodium veterans for 100,000. Let's take a 5 minutes break.
Fantastic. Gents, can we just keep it at 5 minutes though, because we've got quite a lot that we need to get through. Thank you.
All right, let's get ready to continue. Anybody knows where Pura is? I see there's no one at their table. Oh, in front of you, sorry. The Tigers. All right, let's get the show back on the road. Maybe borrow me your laptop.
Where's the money underneath? How much they've got left?
Okay.
Yeah. Can I stand on that side to take it back to zone if you're done?
Yeah. All right, so just gonna do a bit of a recap and how much each team is left with before we continue the next one. First one, it's Unica Lodium Veterans. They currently left with 70 million. Lodium Veterans currently left with 70 million. Yeah. The Mavericks currently left with 14,950,000.
There's some calculation problem.
Sorry?
My calculation says we left with 16.8.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Minus a million.
We'll sort it out. I'm just, yeah. So the Mavericks currently left with 40,950,000. The Stapura Challengers left with 40,750,000. MET Avengers left with 60,900,000. Pretoria Tigers, the big spenders, left with 10,350,000. 11 Star Lodium left with 50,300,000. The Capital Strikers left with 60,300,000. Pretoria Lions left with 70,200,000. Vuma Lodium left with 40,500,000. And last but not least, PSG Legends left with 50,600,000. Yeah. Right, let's get back on. We clearly still have some teams that are still multi-millionaires. Starting off, Adolf Skuman at 100,000. Anybody for Adolf Skuman? Adolf Skuman for 100,000. Capital Strikers coming at 200,000. MET coming in 300,000 for Adolf Skuman. Adolf Skuman, MET Skuman. Capital Strikers going at 400,000, 500,000. MET 500,000 for Adolf. 500,000, 1 million for Capital Strikers, raising the bar by double. 1,250,000 by MET, 1.5, 1.5. Capital coming in at 1.5.
The sound is off, that's fine.
Kan hy relevant iemand? Hy sê lagi turun.
I'm Umed.
Sure. Kies dit.
Right, apologies for that, just some technical issues. Okay, let's start off. Let's get back to business. Andres one starting off at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Andres one for 100,000? 100,000 to start off the bid for Andres one. Anybody that wants to start the bid Andres one for 100,000? Going once, going twice, unsold. Anton van Niekerk. Anton van Niekerk coming at 100,000. Anybody wants to take Anton for 100,000? 100,000 to start off the bid. 300,000. Anybody that wants to go at 300,000? 300,000 for Capital Strikers. 300,000 for Capital Strikers. Anybody? Mavericks going at 400,000. Anybody who's got 500,000? Capital 500,000. You can't go that easy. Capital 500,000. 600,000. Mavericks 600,000. Tigers 700,000. Anybody 700,000? Mavericks, you can't pull out of this. You started this, you can't pull out of this. 1 million for Capital Strikers. Capital Strikers going to that 1 million mark. Anybody that wants to take Anton van Niekerk for 1 million from the Capital? Capital 1.25 million. Pretoria Tigers. Pretoria Tigers going at 1.25 million. Capital going 1.5 million. I like those eyes from Capital. Fierce eyes. 1.5 million. 1.5 million. Anybody wants to go 1.75? 1.75 on the cards here. Anton van Niekerk for 1.75. Otherwise, it's going for 1.5 to the Capital. Going once. Going twice, 1.75 to the Tigers, 2 million, 2 million to the Capital. Capital going to 2 million. Tigers, you've got that 2.25. I saw your balance. You've got that 2.25. Tigers, 2.25. You want to raise the bar. 2 million currently to the Capital. You don't want to let him go.
He still needs some money to spend on
Anton van Niekerk currently going to 2 million to the Capital. Going once, going twice. Sold to Capital for 2 million. Anton de Villiers currently going at 100,000. Anybody that wants to start off? Anton for 100,000. MET 100,000. MET currently going 100,000 for Anton. Anton going to for 100,000 to MET. MET taking Anton for 100,000. Anybody that wants to challenge that to 200,000? 200,000. Anybody that wants to challenge that? Going once, going twice. Sold to MET for 100,000. Anton, another Anton coming in at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Anton for 100,000? Anybody to start off the bid at 100,000 for Anton? Anton going for 100,000. Anybody to start off the bid? Going once, going twice, unsold. Arno Low starting at 100,000. Anybody else to take Arno for 100,000? 100,000 for Arno. Arno currently going 100,000. Anybody to start off the bid? Arno for 100,000. 100,000 for Arno. Going once, going twice, unsold. Asfak going at 100,000. Anybody wants to take Asfak for 100,000? 11 star Asfak for 100,000. Anybody that wants to challenge 100,000? Anybody wants to get 200,000? Asfak currently going at 100,000. 11 star Lodium getting Asfak for 100,000. Anybody wants to challenge that? Going once, going twice. Sold to 11 star Lodium for 100,000. Ashir coming in 100,000. Anybody wants to take Ashir for 100,000? 100,000 to start off the bid for Ashir. Ashir for 100,000. Anybody to start off the bid? Going once, going twice, unsold. Asif going at 100,000. Asif 100,000. 11 star Lodium 100,000. 11 star Lodium. The men that take all the 100,000, 100,000 for 11 star Lodium. Anybody that wants to take him 200,000 to upset 11 star Lodium. 11 star Lodium currently sitting comfortably at 100,000. Anybody wants to take it to 200,000 for Asif? Asif for 100,000. Going once, going twice. sold to 11 Star Stadium for 100,000. Badrilam going at 100,000. Badrilam, 100,000 for Badrilam. Badrilam, 11 Star Stadium, another 100,000. Surely you can't let them go for 100,000. 100,000. Badrilam, 11 Star Stadium, taking him at 100,000. Badrilam currently going at 100,000 for 11 Star Stadium. Going once, going twice. Sold to 11 Star Stadium, another 100,000. Barry van der Skyf, Barry going at 100,000. Anybody to start off? Barry 100,000. Pretoria Tigers taking Barry for 100,000. Mavericks going 200,000. Anybody to come in at 300,000? Tigers, you started this off. You can't let him go. He's your man. Just 300,000 for Pretoria Tigers. Mavericks, you're putting in a fight. Mavericks 400,000. Mavericks. Mavericks 400,000. You wanna go to him? Shaking the head. Tigers, you happy? 300,000. Anybody? Amity comes in, joins in at 400,000. Anybody at 500,000? 500,000. Anybody? Currently going for 400,000 to Amity. MET taking Berry for 400,000. Tigers saying 500,000. The next bid will be 700,000. Currently going at 500,000. 700,000 to MET. MET going at 700,000. The next bid will go at 900,000. 900,000. 700,000 currently going to MET. 900,000 to Pretoria Tigers. Anybody to break the million mark? Tigers currently taking Berry for 900,000. Anybody to break the million mark? Million mark MET. Million MET, 1.25 the Tigers. You still got some money. I saw your pays. You still got some money. You're not going to take the money home, so you must spend it here. 1 million currently to MET. MET currently taking Berry for 1 million. 1.25 Pretoria Tigers. 1.5 MET. You look interested. He's your player. You want him. Bid him. 1.5 million. Currently 1.5. Currently going to the Tigers for 1.25. Going once. Going twice, sold to the Tigers for 1.25. Ben Buota starting at 100,000. Anybody wants Ben Buota for 100,000? 100,000 for Ben Buota, base price. MET 100,000. Anybody that wants to challenge MET? Anybody that wants to challenge MET? Currently going 100,000. Pura going, MET going 300,000. MET going 300,000, they're ready to battle anybody that wants to take their player. 400,000, 500,000 for MET. They're ready to 600,000, 700,000, MET 700,000, 900,000. Anybody that's got 900,000, a million MET, you've got a million to MET. Anybody that wants to go at 1.25 million, currently going at a million to MET. Anybody wants to go to 1.25 million? 1.25 million currently to MET. Capital Strikers coming into the party, the big spenders at 1.25 million. Anybody that wants to go to 1.5 and 1.5 million MET, 1.5 million MET. Strikers, you can't bid once, you can't bid once. Strikers, you want to go again. Capital Strikers 1.75 to the Capital. 2 million MET. Do you have 2 million in your purse? I know you've got the money, spend it. 2 million MET going at 2 million, 2.25. Anybody that wants to come in at 2.25. 2.25 currently going at 2 million to MET. MET currently going at 2 million. Anybody that wants to go at 2.25. Going once, going twice, sold to MET for 2 million. Ben Dupree going at 100,000. Anybody that wants to start? Ben Dupree, 100,000. He's in the room. Ben, 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Ben for 100,000? Ben Dupree starting at a base of 100,000. The Mavericks for 100,000. Hey? 300,000 for Pretoria Tigers. Tigers taking Ben Dupree for 300,000. Ben Dupree currently going for 300,000 to the Tigers. The Tigers taking Ben Dupree for 300,000. Anybody that wants to wrestle him away from the Tigers? They look interested. Mavericks, you guys look interested. Take him back. You want him. I know you want him. Ben Dupree going once, going twice, sold for 300,000 to the Tigers. Bilal Obeid starting at 100,000. Bilal Obeid. Anybody for Bilal Obeid for 100,000? Vuma Lodium 100,000. 100,000 for Vuma Lodium starting at Bilal Obeid. 100,000 for Vuma Lodium. Anybody that wants to take? Bilal from Vuma. Anybody that wants to take Bilal from Vuma? Currently we're at 100,000. Anybody that wants to challenge that? Going once, going twice. Sold to Vuma Lodium for 100,000. Bram Eberson, 100,000. Anybody that wants to take the 42-year-old Bram Eberson? Bram Eberson starting at 100,000. Anybody else to take Bram Eberson to start off 100,000? Start off the bid at 100,000 for Bram Eberson. Mr. Chai, is that your hand up? No? Okay. Bram Eberson for 100,000. Mavericks take Bram Eberson for 100,000. Anybody that wants to take him away from the Mavericks for 200,000. Currently going at 100,000 to the Mavericks. The Mavericks Pura coming in at 200,000. Anybody that wants to go at 300,000. The Mavericks, you can't let him go at 300,000. The Mavericks saying yes, they're taking that 300,000. Star Pura 400,000. Star Pura taking Bram Eberson for 400,000. Mavericks, you have 500,000 to wrestle him away from the Star Pura. Currently going at 400,000. Bram Eberson to Star Pura. Going once, going twice. Sold to Star Pura for 400,000. Brent Hartley, 100,000 base price for Brent Hartley. Brent Hartley starting at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Brent Hartley for 100,000. 100,000. MET going 100,000 for Brent. Brent going for 100,000 to MET. Anybody that wants to wrestle him away from MET. MET currently taking Brent for 100,000. Anybody that wants to wrestle him away. Going once, going twice. So for 100,000 to MET. Chetan Soma, very good player, former provincial player, Chetan Soma. Anybody that wants to take Chetan Soma for 100,000? 100,000 Vumalodium. 100,000 Vumalodium. Taking Chetan Soma, that's a cheap buy if you ask me. Chetan Soma currently going for 100,000 to Vumalodium. Anybody wants to go 100,000 for Chetan Soma? Going once, going twice. Sold to Vumalodium for 100,000. Chris van Staden. 100,000 to start off the bid for Chris van Staden. Chris van Staden going 100,000. PSG coming in at 100,000 for Chris. Chris going to PSG for 100,000. Anybody that wants to go 200,000. Anybody that wants to wrestle Chris van Staden away from PSG. PSG currently have got Chris for 100,000. Going once, going twice. Sold to PSG for 100,000. Clive de Villiers starting off 100,000. Anybody that wants Clive de Villiers in their team? De Villiers are normally good with their cricket. Anybody wants a Clive de Villiers in their team starting at 100,000? 100,000 for Clive de Villiers to start off. Going once, going twice. Star Pura coming in at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take away? Star Pura coming in at 100,000 for Clive de Villiers. Clive de Villiers currently going for 100,000 to Star Pura. Going once, going twice. Sold to Star Pura for 100,000. Dennis Kuman starting off 100,000. Dennis Kuman 100,000 start off. The bid price for Dennis Kuman start off 100,000. Anybody wants Dennis Kuman for 100,000? Just 100,000 for Dennis Kuman. You still got a lot of money in your pocket. 100,000 for Dennis Kuman. Going once, going twice. Unsold. Nobody did it. Nobody did it. Dennis Kuman goes unsold. Derek Brandt, 100,000 starting off. Base price for Derek Brandt for 100,000. Star Pura coming at 100,000 for Derek Brandt. Star Pura starting off. Tigers going 200,000. Star Pura going at 300,000. 400,000 for PSG Legend. Star Pura coming at 600,000. 700,000 for Tigers, 800,000 for Star Pura, 800,000 for Star Pura. Anybody to take it to $1 million? 800,000 to $1 million, just 200,000 more. 800,000 currently to, we've got $1 million, 1.25, 1.5, 1.75. Star Pura taking Derek Brandt for 1.75. Anybody to come in at $2 million? 2 million for Capital. 2.25 for PSG Legends. Anybody for 2.5 million? Looks like a good player. 2.5 million. Anybody for Derek Brandt? Currently going to 2.5 million to Capital Strikers. 2.75. Anybody to go to 2.75 for Derek Brandt? Currently going to the Capital for 2.5. 2.5 currently have Derek Brandt. 2.75 for PSG. PSG says 2.75. Capital 3.5 for Capital. Capital not playing any games there. The Capital taking Derek Brandt currently for 3.5. Anybody to go to the 3.75? 3.75 for Derek Brandt. 3.5 currently going to the Capital. Going once, going twice. Sold to the Capital for 3.5. Devon Simons, 100,000. Anybody for Devon Simons for 100,000? 100,000, the base price for Devon Simons. Anybody to start off? Pretoria Lions, 100,000 for Devon. Devon to go into Pretoria Lions for 100,000. Anybody that wants to wrestle him from the Lions? I know it's not easy there, the Lions, but you can take him. 100,000 currently to the Lions. Anybody, the Tigers, you want to fight the Lions? The Lions currently winning. King of the Jungle, 100,000, Devon Simons. Going once, going twice. Sold to the Lions for 100,000. Dries Skuman, 100,000 starting off for Dries Skuman. PSG coming 100,000 for Dries Skuman. Anybody that wants to wrestle him away from PSG? PSG 100,000 currently. 200,000 for Capital, 200,000 PSG, surely you can't let him go so easy. 300,000 PSG, 300,000 for PSG, Capital 400,000, oil money at PSG, 500,000 PSG, you want to go 500,000 at PSG, Capital says $1 million, they'll double that, you want to go at 1.25, 1.25 for PSG, 1.5, so confident to go 1 million, you can't stop there, 1.5 for Capital. Capital currently going 1.2 million for PSG. PSG coming in at 2 million currently for Dries Skuman. Anybody that wants to take him for 2.25? 2.25 Dries Skuman currently going at 2 million. Going once, going twice, sold to PSG for 2 million. Duan Kruger at 100,000. Anybody that wants to start? Duan Kruger for 100,000. Stapura say 100,000 for Kruger. Kruger going to Stapura. Mavericks 200,000. Stapura 300,000. Mavericks, you can't let it go. You can't just bid once. You want to go again. Mavericks 400,000 for Duan Kruger. 400,000 Mavericks. Thinking about it. Currently going to 300,000 for Stapura. Mavericks thinking about it. I know you want him. You look like you want him. Going once. Going twice. Sold to Stapura for 300,000. Dujon Fredericks, starting off at 100,000. Dujon Fredericks, anybody that wants to take Dujon Fredericks for 100,000. 100,000 the base price for Dujon Fredericks. Dujon Fredericks for 100,000. Anybody that wants to take him. The Tigers, the Lions. It's a battle for, the Capital coming in and separating the Tigers and the Lions with 300,000. The Tigers, the Lions, 300,000. 400,000 from the Tigers. Capitals, you want to take him back. 500,000 from the Capital. The Lions, you haven't lost us yet. The Lions, 600,000. The Lions, you have 600,000 for Dujon Fredericks. The Tigers say they'll take him for 600,000. 800,000 Capital, 800,000. Do I see $1 million coming? I smell $1 million coming here from the Tigers. The Tigers look like they've got $1 million. 800,000 currently to the Tigers say they do have $1 million. 1.25. Anybody to go for Dujon Fredericks? Take him from the Lions. 1.25 from the Capital. The Tigers, you've still got money. 1.5. I know you have it. I saw your balance. You still got the money. 1.5 to the Tigers say 1.5. The Capital 1.75. You can't let it go that easily. The Lions are resting. 1.75 the Capital. The 1.75. The Lions, you want to come back for 2 million. The Lions, you want to come back for the 2 million. The Tigers are taking for 2 million. Who's the king of the jungle? The Tigers is the king of the jungle currently. 2 million to the Tigers. 2.25 for Dujon Fredericks. 2.5 anyone. The Tigers want to go for 2.5. The Tigers 2.5, just 250,000 more. 2.25 to Capital. Going once, going twice. Sold to the Capital for 2.25. Emily van der Merwe. Emily is starting at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take him for 100,000. Emily for 100,000. Currently unsold. 100,000 for Emily. Going once, going twice. Unsold. Eric Castle. Eric starting at 100,000. Eric Castle starting at 100,000. Anybody wants to take Eric Castle for 100,000? 100,000 for Eric Castle. PSG say they'll take Eric Castle for 100,000. Anybody that wants to wrestle him away from the PSG? 200,000. Do I hear 200,000 from anybody? Currently going at 100,000 to PSG. PSG taking Eric Castle for 100,000. Going once, going twice. Sold to PSG for 100,000. Eugene Palsa. Eugene Palsa starting at 100,000. Anybody that wants to start off? Eugene Palsa going at 100,000. Anybody wants to take him? 100,000 base price. The Tigers say they'll take him for 100,000. The Tigers, normally the Lions are fighting when the Tigers are there. The Lions, are you going to come in? Not interested. Currently the Tigers having made 100,000. 100,000 to the Tigers. Eugene Palsa. Going once, going twice. Sold it to the Tigers for 100,000. Falak Shahir. starting at 100,000. Anybody wants Falak? Vuma Lodium going at 100,000. The 100,000 table taking Falak once again for 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Falak from Vuma Lodium. Vuma Lodium going for Falak at 100,000. Going once, going twice. Sold to Vuma Lodium for 100,000. Francois Felyun. Francois Felyun going for 100,000. Base price for Francois Felyun 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Francois Felyun for 100,000. 11 star, you've been too quiet for my liking. Pretoria Lodium, you've been too quiet for my liking. Let's go. 100,000 currently for Francois Felyun. Anybody that wants to take off. Going once, going twice, unsold. Frank de Beer. Frank de Beer going at 100,000. Anybody that wants Frank for 100,000. Anybody that wants Frank for 100,000, 100,000 for Frank. Anybody? The Lions will take him for 100,000. The king of the jungles, the Tigers. You're not too far away when the Lions take someone. Frank de Beer currently going for 100,000 to the Lions. Anybody that wants to wrestle him away from the Lions, it's not easy. You can take him though. Going once, going twice, sold to the Lions for 100,000. Hashan Musa Kansab. Hashan going at 100,000. Anybody that wants to start? 11 star Lodium at 100,000. 11 star Lodium. Can't let them go unopposed once again. Hashan going to 11 star Lodium for 100,000. You're going to let him go unopposed? 100,000 to 11 star. Going once, going twice. Sold to 11 star Lodium for 100,000. Hein Loganbeck. Hein Loganbeck going at 100,000. 100,000 for Hein Loganbeck. Anybody that wants to start off the bid for Hein Loganbeck? Hein going for 100,000. Anybody wants to start it off? Going once, going twice, unsold. Imran Aslam Mohammed. Imran Aslam, Vuma Lodium 100. 2 million for Imran Aslam Mohammed. That's the starting off price from Vuma Lodium. They mean business. They've been spending 100,000, so they've got the money. 2 million. Anybody wants to go at 2.25? 2.25 to wrestle them away from Vuma Lodium. I promise you they're going to battle if you go 2.25. They are ready to take their men. Imran going for 2 million to Vuma Lodium. Going once, going twice. Sold to Vuma Lodium for 2 million. Yaku. How far? More than? Yeah. Yaku Stassen starting at 100,000. Start of the bid for Yaku Stassen at 100,000. 100,000 for Yaku Stassen. Anybody wants to go to Yaku Stassen for 100,000? Starting off the bid for Yaku Stassen 100,000. Going once, going twice, unsold. Yaku du Swart. Starting off 100,000 for Yaku du Swart. Yaku du Swart 100,000 to start off. The Lion, the Tigers say 100,000. The Tigers, Yaku du Swart for 100,000. The Tigers 100,000. Pretoria, Lodium veterans coming in at 200,000. Lodium veterans taking Yaku du Swart for 200,000. Do the Tigers want to? The Tigers, oh, the veterans, the Lodium veterans say 400,000, 500,000 for Pretoria Tigers, 600,000 for Lodium veterans, 600,000, 700,000. He's your man. You want him. I know you want him. 800,000 Tigers, 800,000. I know you want him. You can wrestle him. 800,000. Anybody to come in at $1 million? The Lodium veterans, you have $1 million, the Lodium veterans, you've got $1 million to the Lodium veterans, 1.25, 1.25 to the Tigers, 1.5, folding the arms, that's not a good sign, 1.5, 1.75 to the Tigers, 1.75 to the Tigers. Tigers, 1.75, 1.5 million currently to the Lodium veterans. Going once, 1.75 to the Tigers, 2 million. 2 million, they're saying no, they're not playing that game anymore. Lions, you want to take him from your Tigers. The Tigers currently gave him at 1.75 million. Going once, going twice, sold to the Tigers for 1.75. Yanni Small going at 100,000. Yanni starting for 100,000. Anybody else to take Yanni for 100,000? Yanni for 100,000. Anybody to start off the bid for 100,000 for Yanni? The Capital said they'll take him. Stapura said they'll take him back for 200,000. Anybody 300,000, 300,000. Capital, do you have 500,000, 500,000. Stapura, 700,000, 700,000. Capital, 700,000. Do you have 900,000? Stapura, do you have 900,000, 900,000. Do you have a million? The Capital, do you have a million? You look like a millionaire. You look like you've got the money. Spend the money. 900,000 currently going to Stapura. Anybody that wants to take him from Stapura for $1 million. It's currently going at 900,000. Yanni Small going at 900,000. Going once, going twice. Sold. Jean Bass going at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Jan Bass for 100,000. Jean Bass going 100,000. Anybody wants to take Jean Bass for 100,000? Starting off the bid with 100,000 to Jean Bass. Going once, going twice, unsold. We'll take a 5 minutes break so that we tally up the amounts so that we can tell you how far you are. 89 minutes. Never trailer 1 note. 1-1. No, we do 1-1. 1-1. Hey, so we not how we go. You're getting the guys that you want, eh?
Yeah, it's good to if you have your own combination. You enjoy more.
Yeah, it's true.
Can we have 15 or is 14?
I mean,
Okay.
14. Right, let's settle back so that we can continue. Just to give you an update of where you are currently. Let's settle down, please, so that we can continue with the auction. Let's settle down. The Lodium veterans currently have The Lodium veterans currently have 60,900,000. The Mavericks currently have 14,950,000. Stapura Challengers currently have 30,050,000. MET Avengers have got 11,200,000. Pretoria Tigers have got 6,950,000. 11 Star Lodium have got 40,900,000. Capital Strikers have got 8,300,000. The Lions have got 60,900,000. Vuma Lodium have got 12,200,000. And PSG Legends for 30,300,000. All right, let's get the show back on the road. First player on the screen is Jandre van Mellendorf. Jandre to start off at 100,000. Anybody to take Jandre for 100,000? 100,000 to the Mavericks. Jandre going to the Mavericks for 100,000. 100,000 Jandre to the Mavericks. Anybody to battle him away from the Mavericks? Currently going at 100,000 to the Mavericks. Going once, going twice. Strikers going at 200,000. 200,000 strikers. Jandre going to the strikers at 200,000. Mavericks, you want to take your player back. The Capital currently have him. PSG coming in at 300,000. PSG currently coming in at 300,000. 500,000 anyone. Anyone that wants to take him to 500,000. 300,000 currently to PSG. 500,000. The Capital said they've got money. 500,000. A million. The PSG says they'll take him for a million. 1.25 to the Capital. 1.25. 1.5 to PSG. PSG 1.5. Capital. You've got money. You still got money. I saw your balance. Oh, 1.75. 1.75 to the Capital. 2 million to PSG. PSG say 2 million. They've got money also. The Capital, when I come in at 2.25, 2 million currently to PSG, going once, going twice, sold to PSG for 2 million. Joffnal currently going at 100,000, starting off at a base price, Joffnal 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Joffnal for 100,000, base price of 100,000, anybody to take him away? Going once, going twice, unsold. Jonathan Dawson at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Jonathan for 100,000? 100,000 the base price, starting price for Jonathan. The Lions will take Jonathan for 100,000. The Lions will take Jonathan for 100,000. Anybody that wants to wrestle him away from the Lions, the king of the jungle, so they'll take him for 100,000. You want to take him for 200,000. Anybody that wants to take him away from the Lions, currently going to the Lions for 100,000, Jonathan Dawson. Anybody that wants to come on in with 200,000? Going once, going twice, sold to the Lions for 100,000. Juan Engelbert going for 100,000. Anybody that wants to start off, the base price for Juan Engelbert is 100,000 to start off this bid. Anybody that wants to take Juan for 100,000? Going once, going twice, unsold. Another Juan Kutse going at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Juan Kutse for 50 million? Did I hear 50 million? 100,000 for Juan Kutse. Anybody that wants to take Stapura, say 100,000, they'll take him. 100,000 Stapura will take him. Anybody that wants to take him for 200,000. 200,000. Remember, you're not going to take the money home, so you have to leave it here. There's 200,000 for Juan Kutse. 100,000 currently for Stapura. Stapura getting Juan Kutse for 100,000. Going once, going twice. Sold. Khalid Mutusami, 100,000 for Khalid Mutusami to start off. Khalid Mutusami to start off at 100,000. Base price for Khalid. 100,000 for Khalid Mutusami. Going once. Mavericks coming at 100,000. Strikers coming at 200,000. Mavericks, you want to get back. Mavericks, they say 300,000. Capital say 400,000. 500,000 Mavericks, you've got 500,000. There we go. 1 million the Capital. Not playing any games here. 1.25. 1.5 the Mavericks. 1.75 the Capital, 2 million the Mavericks. I can hear it, it's coming. Let it out the Mavericks. 2 million Mavericks, 1.75 currently to the Capital. Capital taking Khalid for 1.75. Going once, 2 million to the Mavericks. The Capital, don't look disappointed. You've still got money to spend. 2.25. Capital, 2.25. Currently going for 2 million to the Mavericks. Going once. Going twice. 2.25 to the Capital Strikers. 2.5 to the Mavericks. Not wasting any time. 2.75. Capital, 2.75. Or you want to take it up to 3 million? 2.75. 2.5 currently to the Mavericks. 2.75 the Capital. Going once. Twice. Sold to the Mavericks for 2.5 million. Latif buy, Yusuf buy, Sinda going for 100,000. Latif buy for 100,000. Latif buy, you've got a friend coming in the team. Buy, a friend is coming into the team. Latif buy for 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Latif friend for 100,000. Going once, going twice, unsold. But they can't hear the stream. We can hear, yeah. We can hear. All right, next player on. Lee Rodney going for 100,000. Anybody for Lee Rodney for 100,000? 100,000 to start off the bid for Lee Rodney. 100,000 to start off for Lee Rodney. Going once, going twice. Oh, the Lions coming at 100,000. A late bid there by the Lions, snatching him away for 100,000 for Lee Rodney. Stapura say they'll take him for 200,000. The Lions, you want to wrestle him away. You haven't been in a fight in a long time, the Lions. You want to take him away. 200,000 currently to Stapura. 300,000, the Lions. The Lions, thinking about it. Not anymore. Stapura, 200,000 currently for Lee Rodney. Going once, going twice. Sold to Stapura for 200,000. Leroy Engelbert. 100,000 for Leroy Engelbert. Anybody to start off Leroy Engelbert for 100,000. Leroy coming for 100,000. Anybody to start off the bid? 100,000 for Leroy. Leroy just going at 100,000. Anybody to start it off? Mavericks said they'll take him for 100,000. Leroy going to the Mavericks. The Capital said 200,000. The Mavericks, the Capital have taken him for 200,000. You don't want to take him back. The Capital have him for 200,000. MET comes in at 300,000. MET says 300,000. The Capital, you can't lose another battle. You've lost 3 so far. Capital 400,000. MET, you want to go at 500,000. MET, you want to go at 500,000. The Capital say 400,000. They're not willing to lose him again. 400,000 currently for the Capital. MET, you want to come up? Hesitant, halfway. Are you coming up? MET, going once, going twice. MET coming in at 500,000. The Capital, as I said, I don't want to repeat again. You can't lose another one. 600,000 to Capital. Capital 600,000. No, we're doing 100,000. So 800,000. Okay, 800,000. 800,000 to the Capital. MET, do you have $1 million? MET, do you have $1 million? 800,000 currently to the Capital. They're not willing to lose this time around, but I know you can fight them. You've got $1 million. Going once, going twice. Sold to Capital for 800,000. Lee coming in at 100,000. Lee Hole coming at 100,000. Bid price starting off at 100,000 for Lee Hole. Anybody, any interest? Going once. MET going for Lee. MET going for Lee for 100,000. The Capital, they try to disturb you. You want to do the same to them. MET currently taking Lee for 100,000. 100,000 for Lee. Anybody that wants to challenge MET? Going once, going twice. Sold to MET for 100,000. Leon De Brain going in at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Leon De Brain for 100,000. 100,000 for Leon De Brain. The base price. PSG say they'll take him for 100,000. Anybody that wants to wrestle him away from PSG for 100,000. PSG are ready to fight anybody that wants to put it up. They've got 100,000. Anybody that wants to take him away. They are ready to go again. 100,000 for Leon De Bruin. Pretoria veterans, are you bringing it up? No. PSG for 100,000. Going once, going at 100,000. Start off price for Lucas Meyer, 100,000. Anybody that wants to start? The bid price, PSG going at 100,000 for Lucas Meyer. Lucas Meyer for 100,000 to PSG. Anybody that wants to take him away from PSG, 100,000 currently to PSG. Lucas Meyer going to PSG for 100,000. Going once, going twice, sold to PSG for 100,000. Money going for 100,000. Anybody wants to take money for 100,000? Money for 100,000. Anybody that wants to start off? Bid price for money at 100,000. Still a lot of money in the bank. Going once, going twice, unsold. Maria Stoop for 100,000. Anybody wants to take Maria Stoop for 100,000? 100,000 to start off for Maria Stoop. Maria Stoop for 100,000. Anybody that wants to take him away? Going once, going twice, unsold. Michelle going at 100,000. Anybody wants to take Bischoff? 100,000 for Bischoff. 100,000 for Bischoff. Anybody wants to take Bischoff for 100,000? Lodium veterans said they'll take him for 100,000. The Tigers said they'll take him for 200,000. Lodium veterans, you can't take it up once. 300,000. Lodium veteran for 300,000. 300,000. The Tigers, you want to lose another one to the veterans? You want to lose another one to Lodium? 400,000. They say no, they're not losing him. 500,000. 500,000 to Lodium veterans. 700,000 the Tigers. The Tigers are smaller. 700,000 coming from your pocket. 700,000 from the Tigers. 900,000. 900,000 from the Lodium veterans. A million. You've got it. A million. There we go. A million. 1.25. 1.25 to the veterans. 1.5 to the Lodium veterans. 2 million to the Tigers. 2 million to the Tigers. Lodium veterans, you spent 3 million not too long ago. You've got the money, we know. 2.5 to Lodium veterans. 2.5 to Lodium veterans. 2.75. 2.75 to the Tigers. 3 million to Lodium veterans. 3 million to Lodium veterans. 3.25. 3.25 to the Tigers said they'll take it for 3.25. 3.5. Mr. Chaya, you're not gonna let it. 3.5. Is that a 3.5? Is that 3.5 to Lodium veterans? 3.75 to break the bank. This will be the highest bid for the night. 3.75 will be the highest for the night. 3.75 to the Tigers. The Tigers say they want to take the highest bid. 4 million. 4 million. 4 million. Are we going? 4 million to the Lodium veterans. The Tigers 4.25. You've broken the bank already. You might as well go. 4.25 Tigers. The Tigers 4.25. The Tigers said they've had enough. Anybody that to come in to take him for 4.25 from the Lodium veterans. Going once, going twice, the highest bid of the night. 4 million to the Lodium veterans. Mohsin Datka, the sound is off.
So from here, we're monitoring our phones as well. We're monitoring the feed through our phones. So from here we live.
Your phone is the only one working because it's about 300 messages ago.
Maybe I'm not going to that way.
Let's try again. Let's try again. Are we okay? Mohsin Detka starting off at 100,000. Anybody to get Mohsin Detka for 100,000? 100,000 for the Mohsin Detka. Vuma Lodiam, your hands okay? It's not getting them up anymore. Vuma. Lodiam veterans for Mohsin. Mohsin for Lodiam veterans for 100,000. They've won 3 million, 4 million, now 100,000. Anybody that wants to take them up, let's see if they can go up to 5 million. Anybody that wants to take them up. Lodium veterans currently taking Mohsin for 100,000. Going once, going twice, sold to Lodium veterans for 100,000. Moson Ali going for 100,000. Vuma, welcome back, Vuma. 500,000, Vuma, say 500,000. 1 million Lodium veterans. 3 million to Vuma Lodium. You want to go another 3 million? You want 3 million to Vuma Lodium. Anybody wants to challenge Vuma Lodium? 3 million currently to Vuma Lodium. Going once, going twice, sold to Vuma Lodium for 3 million. Mohammed Hasnain, starting off 100,000. Anybody for Mohammed Hasnain for 100,000? 100,000 for Mohammed Hasnain. Anybody to start off? Base price for Mohammed Hasnain. Going once, going twice, unsold. Mohammed Hussein, 100,000 to start off for Mohammed Hussein. Mohammed Hussein carrying at 100,000. Yeah, Mohammed Hussein is fine. Mohammed Hussein at 100,000. Anybody wants to take Mohammed Hussein for 100,000? Going once, going twice. They say the name is too long. Unsold. Narish Maheshi at 100,000. Anybody to go Narish for 100,000? 100,000 for Narish. Anybody to start off the bid price at 100,000 for Narish? Narish for 100,000. Going once, going twice. Unsold. Nasir Iqbal, 100,000. Anybody to go for Nasir Iqbal at 100,000? Lodium veterans, 100,000 for Nasir Iqbal. Nasir Iqbal, 100,000. You wanna come in 11 star? Are your hands still okay? All right, okay. 100,000 currently for Lodium veterans. Lodium veterans taking Nasir Iqbal for a cheap 100,000. Twice now in a row they're going for 100,000. Going once, going twice. Sold to Lodium veterans for 100,000. Nico De Brain starting off at 100,000. Nico De Brain starting off at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Nico De Brain for 100,000? Nico De Brain starting off at 100,000. Anybody, somebody, anywhere. Going once, going twice, unsold. P.T. Ellis at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take P.T. Ellis at 100,000? 100,000 for E.T. Ellis. P.T. Ellis. Central Strikers will take P.T. for 100,000. Capital Strikers to take P.T. for 100,000. Anybody that wants to take him from the Capital Strikers? Capital get P.T. for 100,000. Going once, going twice. Sold to Capital for 100,000. Did he buy himself? Pete Buota. Saw him here a little bit earlier. 100,000. Mavericks said they'll take Pete Buota for 100,000. 100,000 for Mavericks. Sapura Challengers 200,000. 500,000 for Mavericks. 500,000. 600,000 for Sapura. 800,000. Anybody at 800,000? $1 million. Mavericks said they'll go at $1 million. This is a guy that was in the top 10 of the all-time leading wicket takers in the Titans Premier League. Very good player. $1 million to the Mavericks. Anybody that wants to go over 1.25 million? Sapura, are you giving up? MET say they'll go at 1.25. MET say they'll go at 1.25 for Pete Buota. 1.25 for Pete Buota. Mavericks, are you ready to give up? The Capitals, so they'll come in at 1.5. Very good player here. 1.75, 2 million by MET. Not wasting any time. Anybody that wants to take it to 2.5? 2.5 anybody. 2 million currently to MET. 2.5 anybody. 2.5 to the Capital. 3 million to MET. 3 million currently to MET. MET say they'll take Pete Buota for 3 million. In the top 10 of the all-time leading wicket takers in the Titans Premier League. 3.25 for Capital. 4 million for MET. MET say 4 million. They'll take this player for 4 million. 4 million for MET. Anybody that wants to go to 4.25? That is tied for the biggest in the night. Anybody to go for 4.25? 4 million currently to MET. Going once, going twice. Sold to MET for 4 million. Pritesh Patel at 1 million. Anybody that wants to go for Pritesh Patel for 1 million? For 100,000. 100,000 for Pritesh. Pritesh starting off 100,000. Anybody? Going once, going twice. Unsold. Quinton Oberhauser. Quinton Oberhauser for 100,000. Quinton going on 100,000. Anybody to start off the bid for Quinton? 100,000 to start off for Quinton. 100,000 for Mavericks. Mavericks, so they'll say Quinton for 100,000. Mavericks say they'll take Quinton for 100,000. Anybody else to go at 200,000? 200,000, anybody? Going once, going twice. Sold to the Mavericks for 100,000. Quintus Extian. Quintus Extian at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Quintus for 100,000? Capital Strikers 100,000. Pretoria, Lodium Veterans at 200,000. 300,000 to the Tigers. 2 million to the Tigers. 2 million to the Tigers. They just took 2.5. Oh, 2.5 to the Lodium Veterans. 3 million to the Tigers. Are you sure you've got it? 3.25. 3.25 to Lodium Veterans. 3.25 to Lodium Veterans. 3.5 to MET. 3.5 to MET. 3.4 million to Lodium Veterans. 4 million. Tied. 4.5 to MET. MET will take him for 4.5. Quintus Extian. 4.5. 4.5 for Quintus Extian. 4.75 to Lodium Veterans. 4.75 to Lodium Veterans. 5 million to MET. 5 million to MET. 5.25 to Lodium Veterans. 5.25 to Lodium Veterans. Woo! 5.5 to MET. Lion 6 million. Did I hear 6 million from anyone?
69 million.
5 million. MET say they're sticking to that 5 million. Anybody that wants to go to 5.25? 5.25 to Lodium. 5.5. 5.5 to MET. 6 million to Lodium Veterans. 6 million to Lodium Veterans. After this, we're taking a break. Going once. Going twice. So for 6 million to Lodium Veterans. There's been some big money spent in the last few, so we just want to go so that we can check how far we are. We'll be back again in 5 minutes. 18 players per team. 18 players per team. 14. So Lodiam only left to buy one player.
Just quickly double check that.
Lodiam has bought. Road.
The budget now. Can you also tell
How many players that we have? Right, let's get back on the road. Well, now I'll give you the money that's outstanding, that you're left with, and also the amount of players that you still need to buy. So I'll tell you the amount that you're left with, as well as the amount of players that you still need to buy. Remember, everybody has to buy a minimum 14 players in the team.
Thank you.
Okay, so Lodiam veterans are left with 3.7 million and they only need to buy one more player. The Mavericks are left with 12.35 million and they need to buy 5 players. 12,350,000 and you still need to buy 5 players. Stapura have got 12,750,000, they still need to buy 2 players. Amity have got 5,850,000, still need to buy 2 players. The Tigers have got 6,950,000, they still need to buy 2 players. 11 Star Lodiam have got 40,900,000 left, they still have to buy 3 players. The Capital Strikers have got 7,900,000, they still have to buy 3 players. Pretoria Lions have got 30,800,000. The Strikers have got 7.9 million with 3 players to go.
7.4, you haven't taken the 500,000 for the
I did. Yes, I did take off the 500 for the 60 you have to retain.
Strikers.
I didn't take the 5 million off. The 500.
Yeah, it's 7.4. Didn't take the 5, so 7.4 for the Capital Strikers. Pretoria Lions have got 13.8 left with only 2 players to buy. Former Lodium have got 9.2 million left with only 1 player to buy. PSG Legends have got 11,100,000 left with only 1 player to buy. All right, as we continue with the auction, we've done 110 players so far, so only 24 players to go. And obviously, if by the time you're done with 24 players, you haven't bought your full squad of 40, then those players that haven't been bought will just go back into the draft until all the teams have got a minimum of 14 players in the squad. Reinhard van Wyk starting at a maximum of 14 players. Minimum 12. Okay. Okay, so they say it's a minimum of 12 players and a maximum of 14 players that you can buy. So if you get to 12 and you feel that you're fine, you don't want to buy anymore, that's still okay, but you can only go to 14 if you want to go over 12. Reinhard van Wyk at 100,000. Anybody to start off Reinhard van Wyk at 100,000? The Tigers going for Reinhard van Wyk at 100,000. Mavericks going at 200,000. Mavericks going at 200,000 for Reinhard van Wyk. Reinhard van Wyk currently going to the Mavericks. To the Tigers 300,000. The Mavericks 400,000. You've got the money. I saw your pace. There's still a lot of money for you to buy. 400,000. No. 300,000 for the Tigers. Going once. Going twice. 400,000 to Capital. Capital taking Reinhard for 400,000. Anybody to go 500,000? The Tigers 500,000. Anybody to go at 600,000? Currently going 500,000. Reinhard to the Tigers. 600,000. The Capital 600,000. 1 million to the Tigers. The Tigers are taking for 1 million. I know you've got money there. 1.5. 1.5 to the Capital. Capital said they've got willing to spend 1.5 for Reinhard. 1.5 for Reinhard. 2 million. 2 million for Pretoria Tigers. 2 million for Pretoria Tigers. 2.5. 2.5. Capital. Yes. Tempted. Or you want to take it to 3? 2.5. 2 million currently to the Tigers. Capital. You want this player. Can't let them go for free. I can give it to him for 2.25. 2.25 to Capital. 2.5 Tigers. You can't give up that easy. 2.5, 2.75, 2.75 Capital, 2.5 to the Tigers. The Tigers have got Reinhard currently for 2.5. Anybody to come in late bid here? Going once, going twice. Sold to the Tiger for 2.5 million. Renier Jansen van Vieren. Renier Jansen van Vieren. Renier going in at 100,000 to start off. Anybody for Renier for 100,000? 100,000 for Renier. Renier to take him off our hands for 100,000. Anybody for Renier for 100,000? Going once, going twice, unsold. Rishal Lawton. Rishal going at 100,000. Anybody wants to take Rishal for 100,000? Vuma, you look like you want to take him. 100,000, Vuma. You want to take him? Rishal for 100,000. Thinking about it. 100,000 to Vuma. Do you want him? No. 100,000 to Mavericks. 200,000. Anybody to take him for 200,000? The Mavericks currently have him at 100,000. They currently have got Rishal at 100,000. Anybody 200,000. Remember, you can't take the money anywhere else. You have to spend it here. 100,000 currently to Maverick. Going once, going twice. Sold to Maverick for 100,000. Rian de Villiers for 100,000. Anybody to take Rian de Villiers for 100,000? 100,000 for Rian de Villiers. With the money that you've got left, that is a cheap buy. 100,000 for Rian de Villiers. The Lions, so they'll come in at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take him from the Lions? Do I have anybody that has got more ammunition than the Lions? The Lions will take Rian de Villiers currently for 100,000. Going once, going twice, sold to the Lions for 100,000. Rian Duffel for 100,000. 100,000 for Rian Duffel. Anybody? Capital said they'll take Rian Duffel for 100,000. 100,000 for Rian Duffel. Anybody that wants to take him away from the Capital at 100,000. 100,000 currently. How much? 200,000. The Tigers 200,000. How much? 500,000 to the Mavericks. 500,000. 1 million to the Tigers. 1 million to the Tigers. Some big money. We're going to 1.5. The next one has to be 1.5. Mavericks 1.5. I know you've got the money. You want the player. You need the player. He needs to be part of your team. 1 million currently. 1.5 for the Mavericks. 2 million. The next one is 2 million. Tigers, 2 million to the Tigers. Anybody to go at 2.5 million? 2.5 million, anybody? 2.5, anybody? Rian Duffel currently going at 2 million to the Mavericks. Is it? The Mavericks say they'll take him for 2.5 million. The Tigers, do you have 3 million? 2.5 currently to the Mavericks.
We can't take both owners.
2.5 million currently to the Mavericks. Going once, going twice, sold to the owners at Mavericks. 2.5, yeah. Roger Doman for 100,000. Roger for 100,000. Anybody wants to go? Stapura going for Roger for 100,000. 1 million. Stapura is not playing any games here. 1 million for Roger. Roger going at a 1 million to Stapura. Anybody wants to go at 1.5 million? Since we started at 1 million, anybody wants to go at 1.5 million? To raise the bar, the Tigers. The Tigers, you look interested? No. 1 million to Stapura. Going once, going twice. Sold for 1 million to Stapura. Sidwin Anthony, 100,000 for Sidwin Anthony. Vuma, are you taking it up? Sidwin Anthony, 100,000 for Sidwin Anthony. Anybody wants to start off the bid for 100,000 for Sidwin Anthony? Sidwin Anthony going at 100,000 the base price. The Tigers say they'll take him for 100,000. The Lions, you wanna come in, play with the Tigers? No. The Tigers currently 100,000 for Sidwin. Anybody that wants to take him away from the Tigers? They're not as strong as the Lions. The Tigers are currently 100,000 taking Sidwin. Anybody? Somebody? Anyway. Capital, so they'll take him for 200,000. The Tigers, somebody's willing to play with you in the cage. The Tigers, the Capital currently taking him away from you for 200,000. Do you have 300,000, the Tigers? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. The Tigers, so they'll take him back for 300,000. The Capital. Capital, so they'll take him back again for 400,000. 500,000, anybody? Half a bar, 500,000. Sidwin currently going for 500,000. He is at 400,000. 500,000 to Pretoria. Tigers. The Tigers, 500,000. Capital, 600,000. Capital, 600,000 or 700. 600,000, the Capital. The Tigers, you want to go at 700,000 to the Tigers. 800,000 the Capital. Are you coming in? I know you have it. 800,000. There we go. 800,000 to the Capital. The Tigers, you ready to give up? 1 million. 1 million to the Tigers. 1.25. 1.25. I hear it coming. I see it coming. You want to raise it? Give it to me. 1.25 to the Capital. Anybody for 1.5? 1.5. We add 1.25 currently. 1.5 to the Tigers. 1.75. Give me the money. 1.75 to the Capital. 2 million. The Tigers. Do you have 2 million to take Sidwin? The Tigers. The Capital have him for 1.75 million. Anybody to challenge it? The Tigers. The Tigers. The Tigers. Are you going to put it up? The Tigers. 1.75 million. I'm going to give it to you for 2 million. 2 million. The Tiger. 2.25 million to Capital. 2.25 to the Capital. 2.5 million, anyone? The Tigers, just 250,000 more. The Tigers going in at 2.5 million, 2.75 million, the Capital, 2.75 million. Sidwin currently 2,500,000 to the Tigers, 2.75 to the Capital, 3 million. The Tiger, 3 million. Your banker says you've got a 3 million, 3.25. 3.25 the Capital. You want this player. You can't give up now. Not again. 3.25. capital. 3 million currently to the Tiger, 3.25. You look interested, just take it up, put it up, 3.25 to the capital, 3.25 to the capital. The Tiger, do you want to take him back for 3.5? Anybody that wants to join in, currently going at 3.25 to the capital, currently going at 3.25 to the capital. The Tiger, going once, 3.5, the Tiger, will take him for 3.5. The capital, a slow shake, 3.75. The banker says you still got enough. 3.5 currently for the Tiger. The Tiger wrestling Sidwin away for 3.5. Going once, going twice. Sold to Tiger for 3.5 million. Shafiq Jacobs coming in at 100,000. Shafiq Jacobs coming in at 100,000. Anybody that wants to take Shafiq Jacobs, 400,000. 100,000 Shafiq Jacobs. Everybody to start it off. Going once, going twice, unsold. Siraj Chipa. Siraj coming in at 100,000. Anybody wants to take Siraj at 100,000? 11 star Lodium, 200,000. 2 million. 2 million for Siraj. Anybody? The next bid will be 3 million. 200,000 currently for Siraj, going to 11 star Lodium. Anybody that wants to take him away from 11 star Lodium? 2 million to 11 star Lodium. Siraj, going once, going twice. Sold to 11 star Lodium for 200,000. So Hale, 2 million. Sohail Tasawar for 100,000. Sohail. Anybody that wants to take Sohail? 11 star once again. How much? You normally start high. 1 million. 100,000. Oh, 100,000. Sohail will go to 11 star for 100,000. Sohail to 11 star for 100,000. Anybody that wants to take him away? Going once, going twice. Sold to 11 star for 100,000. 100,000. 100,000, yeah. Stan Fabry for 100,000. Anybody to start off Stan Fabry for 100,000? 100,000 for Stan Fabry. Anybody to take Stan Fabry for 100,000? 100,000 the base price. Going once, going twice. And oh, capital coming for 100,000. Anybody that wants to take him away from the capital? 100,000 currently Stan Fabry to the capital. Going once, going twice. Sold to capital for 100,000. Steven Swanepoel for 100,000. Anybody wants Steven Swanepoel for 100,000? 100,000 Steven Swanepoel. 100,000 the base price for Steven Swanepoel to start it off. Steven Swanepoel for 100,000. Anybody interested? Going once, going twice, unsold. Said Amir Hussein Shah.
5.3 million.
5.3 million Vuma Lodium. The next bid will be 6 million. 5.3 million for Said Amir Hussein. Anybody that wants to go against Vuma Lodium? Vuma Lodium getting Said Amir Hussein for 5.3 million. Sold. Travis Paul for 100,000. Anybody to take 2 million? 1 million. 1 million to the Mavericks. 2 million. 3 million. 4 million. 4 million to the Stapura. 4.5. 6 million to Stapura. Stapura will take Travis Paul for 6 million. I think you might have knocked him out of the park. Anybody that has got 6.5 million to take Travis Paul, currently going at 6 million. 6 million to Stapura. Going once, going twice, and sold to Stapura for 6 million. Venon Ras, 100,000 to start off the bid. Venon Ras. 100,000 for Venon Ras. Anybody to go start off the bid for Venon Ras at 100,000? Going once, going twice, unsold. Wayne Stirman, starting off at 100,000. Anybody to take Wayne Stirman for 100,000? 100,000 for Wayne Stirman. Stirman for 100,000. I know you want the player, so take him. 100,000 for Wayne Sturman. Sturman for 100,000. Anybody wants to take Wayne Sturman for 100,000? Going once, twice, unsold. Wesley Nash. 100,000 to start off for Wesley Nash. Wesley Nash for 100,000. Anybody wants to take Wesley Nash for 100,000? 100,000 to start off for Wesley Nash. Anybody wants to start it off? No interest. No one. Wesley Nash, 100,000. Going once, going twice, unsold. Vessel Mare for 100,000. Anybody to go for Vessel? Vessel, Lions, 100,000. Vessel. Anybody that wants to take him away from the Lions? The Lurium veterans, 200,000. The Lions. 1 million. 1 million from the Lions. 2 million. 2 million from the Lurium veterans. 5 million from the Lions. 5 million for the Lions. The Lions have got 5 million currently on Vessel. Going once, going twice. Hey? Hey? 7 million for the Lions. They are just knocking people out of the park here. 7 million for the Lions. The Lions taking Vessel for 7 million. 8 million for Stapura. Hey? Do they have? Stapura, we're going to take you out of the room now. 7 million currently for the Lions. Lions, 7 million. Anybody? Can anybody challenge them?
Legends and 11 stars.
Legends and 11 stars. You're the only ones that can fight with the Lions. Hey? Mavericks also. You can fight with the Lions. 7 million currently. Going once. Going twice. Sold to the Lions for 7 million. Will Gissing, also one of the top wicket takers in the all-time list of the Titans Premier League. 100,000 off spinner. He used to play for Adelar. Will Gissing, going for 100,000. Anybody to start off the bid? 100,000 for the Mavericks. Mavericks for 100,000. He was a teammate of Pitwater. They tormented teams for many years together. Will Gissing going for 100,000 to the Mavericks. Mavericks taking Will Gissing for 100,000. Going once, going twice. So 200,000 to Capital Strikers. What are we going at, Mavericks? 500,000 for the Mavericks. 1 million. 1 million for Capital Strikers. 1 million for Capital Strikers. As I said, I think it's in the top 5 of the all-time for Titans. 2 million for the Mavericks. The Mavericks said they'll take him for 2 million. 2 million to the Mavericks, Will Gissing. 2 million Will Gissing to the Mavericks. Anybody that wants to come in at 2.5, currently going at 2 million. 2.5 to the Capital Strikers. 3 million. Do I hear 3 million? 3 million from the Mavericks. The Mavericks said they'll take him for 3 million. Will Gissing, one of the top bowlers, can hold the bet. 3.5. 3.5 for Capital Strikers. Do I hear 4 million from the Maverick? Do I hear 4 million from the Maverick? Maverick, do I hear 4 million? 3.5 currently to Capital. Anybody that wants to take Will Gissing away? How much? 3,750,000. 4,500,000 to the Capital. 4.5 to the Capital. Mavericks, 4.75. Huh? 4.5. How much? 475. 475 to the Maverick. 5 million to the Capital. 525 to the Maverick. 525 to the Maverick. 5.5 to the Capital. Maverick, they said you've got money, you're the big spenders. 5.5 currently to Capital. Hey? 5.75. 6.25 to the Capital. 6.25 to the Capital there, the Maverick. You want to come back? 6.25. Do you have 6.5, the Maverick? Do you have 6.5? Do they have 6.5? The Maverick, you do have 6.5. Spend it on Will Gissing. He'll win you a tournament. 6.5, 6.25 currently to the capital. 6.5, 6.5. They'll take him for 6.5. Capital, 6.75. Capital coming in at 6.75. Maverick, do you have 7 million? Maverick, do you have 7 million? 6.75 to the capital. Going once, going twice. Sold to the capital for 6.75. Willem Prinsloo. Anybody to take Willem Prinsloo for 100,000 to start off? Willem Prinsloo, 100,000 to start off. Anybody wants to take Willem Prinsloo for 100,000 to start off? Going once, going twice, unsold. Wynand Opperman. Wynand Opperman for 100,000. Wynand, anybody wants to take Wynand for 100,000? 100,000 for Wynand. MET, 100,000 to MET. Wynand, 100,000 to MET. Maverick say 1 million. Maverick, 2 million to MET. 3 million to Maverick. 3 million, 4 million, 4 million, 5 million. 5 million to Maverick. 5.5. 6 million to Maverick. Eh? 6 million to Maverick. 6.25 MET. Can you afford it? Can't afford it. 6 million to the Maverick. Going once, going twice. Sold to Maverick. Yasir Iqbal for 100,000. Yasir Iqbal for 100,000. 100,000 Yasir Iqbal. Anybody for Yasir Iqbal? Going once, going twice. Unsold. Zubair Patel for 100,000. Anybody wants to take Zubair Patel? Zubair Patel, 11 star. 10 million. 10 million, 11 star for Zubair Patel. Does anybody else have over 10 million? Zubair Patel for 11 star. 12 million. 12 million. 11 star, 12 million. Anybody has it? No one has it. Let's not waste time. Going once, going twice. Sold for 12 million to 11 star. And that looks like that is everyone. We're just gonna check how many players you have if you'd still like to get more players. So we're gonna take 5 minutes and then
So you
finished. How many teams? Everybody has got a minimum of 12. And then after 50s, the leftover 50s, after the leftover 50s, we go to the leftover 40s.
I just want to write Do the groups after this now. So we're going to pick up those.
So now I've looked through the 60s and my options are between three of us. So I think I'm going to take Rafik back.
Who else you got?
I don't know, that's what I'm
Take it off.
Yeah, the 60s as well for
Where's when she come, I'll tell I want you to do for me, if you have time, all 10 things. Right now, same piece of paper. Name it, phone it. So you write it, fold it, must be same size and everything, so don't fail it. And then we mix it, and then we can say,
almost done. 100 left. Can continue, we're about to finish.
It's fine.
I'm sorry.
I think you take it away, yeah.
How many plays left?
No, we're not gonna do this. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. In the interest of time. Hello, can I have your attention, please? In the interest of time, just to make sure that we don't go through the whole list all over again. So we've got a couple of teams that have obviously bought and they're done. Like Stapur have bought all 14. 11 Star Lodium have bought all 14. Pretoria Lions all 14. Voma Lodium all 14. The Tigers have bought all 14. PSG Legends just need to buy one more. Amity just needs to buy 2 more. Mavericks just needs to buy 2 more. And then the Capital Strikers also just needs to buy 1 more. So in the interest of time, sorry? Lodium also needs to buy 1 more. So in the interest of time, we've gone through the list. You guys have obviously got the list of the players with you, with the stats and everything. So you can just come forward and say that from the list that we have, these are the players that we would like to buy, and then we register them. Is that okay? So the teams that have got players that still want to buy, you've got the list. So you come forward and you say that this player, this is the player that I want to buy. And then we put them forward, okay? So the teams that I spoke about, then you can come forward and pick the players that you want. Come with the...
Okay, yellow is Mavericks. PSG. They want PSG wants Nico Nivenhuis.
Who do you want?
Nee, it's fine, I'll fix it after.
Ja.
Dankie.
I'll take Wayne for 4.
Amity. You'll take who?
Wayne Steerman. Just put in Steerman, I'll fix it afterwards for 4.
Okay.
I'm happy. I don't want 4 him. I need 30.
Okay. Maverick.
Where's the list?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
What's left?
Wayne,
Left list.
yes,
Yeah.
Steerman is 18, Niku,
Van der Nico.
Nivenhuis.
Yeah, it's 8.
Ashishko,
There's over 50. It's not here.
Over 50. There's this side also.
Where's, what is that?
Ashishko,
No.
47.
No. There's
Erik?
Baku.
Ashishko is 50.
Nee, ja, ik weet van hom. Hierheen, Biko. Is hij Biko?
Ja,
Skal Biko?
ja, Ismail Biko.
Ja.
It's for Maverick, hey.
Yes. Rian. Gaan nou. I'll do that. And then
Kan ik vat hierin? Oh, ja.
what? You can't put in amounts here.
Oh, not for you, actually, sorry. I think you wanted for 4 million.
No, nobody wanted him, so I can have him for like 100,000. Thank you. Where's your Nash?
Steerman was at Amity, eh? That said they'll take him for 4 million.
Who?
400, yes.
4 million.
400.
They said 4 million.
Okay. And then Wesley Nash, yeah.
Same place.
No.
Wait.
Just hold on 1 second. For fuck's sakes.
Julle is Mavericks, nee?
Ja, skort 1.
Okay.
Capital, do you want to get the 14th player? Or are you happy with 13? Yeah.
I just want my paper to write those names so we can have a list so you can pick for the...
I need one more.
Because everybody's got a minimum of 12.
They said between 12 and 14. So if we've got 13, we're fine.
Yeah. So you need to, if you've got a minimum of 12 and you're happy, then it's fine.
We've got 13, we're fine.
Okay, that's fine. Is there anybody that still wants to get extra players? If you want to get the extra players, please come forward so that you can get the player, put them in your team.
Are you going to take an extra player?
Remember, the maximum is 14, so if you don't have 14 yet and you want one more player, I think Lodium veterans said they would like to take one more. Who's that?
One
So
team.
here I see you put 500,000, but you didn't put.
Yes, they still have to nominate 160.
That's the only 13th player that we have. The 14th player is the 60-year-old left.
Yeah, so he still needs to give me his name for the 60, but he already paid his 500. Donnie Skuman.
Ek het nou met Davel gepraat. Toe sê hy dink amper hy is opgeraak.
Nee.
So we can actually make them look better. So just split that money. Of course, we can't use the money the next year. So just split whatever's left there between the two, then they feel special.
No?
Just waiting for
That's the list that she gave.
Make a guest appearance because you realise you're expensive. Sorry, this family have to put it down here and make it. That's like so cheap. It's Donnie. Nice to see you. Yes. I would go. If you're looking for that, go for Donnie. I would go for obviously getting you. My list is done. So I'm going to take the damage. Okay, just don't fold it.
Yeah.
So I'm done, right? Yeah. Thank you, sir.
I'm going to take
He's gonna take Rafiq big. That 500 guy is our big.
We need one more? Okay. Oh, Arnulo.
How much?
You are MET, hey?
Ja.
What's that other one?
Rafiq big. BEGG.
No arrangement for them. What we've got is that everything Victorians go out. We can.
Won't go out tonight because I mean, how are you going to take all of this stuff down?
That's everyone. Okay, thank you everyone. All the teams have been filled up. Now, there's an auction. There's the pools, pool A and pool B. Now, what we're going to do is that we're just going to do the pools. Obviously, there's 10 teams, and there's 2 pools. We're just gonna do the pools as to who's gonna play against who.
Thank you so much.
Then we're good. All right, so how this is gonna go on? I'm just gonna be pulling the teams, on the table. So the first one will go pool A. Whoever that comes out will be in pool A, and then the second one pool B, then A, B, A, B. We're just gonna go like that, okay? So first team from pool A will be Capitals. Pool A, Capital. Pool B, $11 star. Pool B, $11 star. Pool A.
Is someone writing this? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
PSG, Pool A, PSG. Pool B. Stapura, Pool B, Stapura, Pool B. Pool A. Voma, Lodium, Pool A, Voma. Pool B, Mavericks, Pool B, Mavericks. Pool A. Pool A, Tigers, Pool A, Tigers. Pool B. Pool B, Lions. Pool B, Lions. Pool A. Pool A, Lodium Veterans. Pool A, Lodium Veterans. And then the last one, Pool B. MET Pool B, MET Pool B. And that concludes the auction and also the pool. Thank you very much for tonight and spending all the money that we had here. We'll be calling back Paul to just close it off for us.
Okay, folks, thank you very much once again. I think that second time round, I think it was very successful. I think whilst there was a lot of bone contention, I think at the end we got the desired result. So congratulations to all the owners and the sides. We're obviously looking forward to the tournament commencing. But just a quick round of thanks. Izan, Hermanos, thank you very much. To Pitch Vision, thank you very much. KG, absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much and congratulations. Thoroughly enjoyable. And then lastly to Phobians for this evening, thank you very much for arranging it and all the staff and everybody that's actually waited on us. It's been fantastic. To the organising committee, Mo, and your team, well done. I think it was a huge success. And congratulations to everybody who's been bought. Those who haven't, unlucky. But we look forward to the tournament starting. Travel safe, God bless, and look after yourselves. Thank you very much, everybody.